Welcome to PM Movie Recaps. Today's pick is a horror and comedy of 2020, Freaky. If you're ready, let's enjoy the video. On Wednesday the 11th, 4 teenagers are brutally murdered by a serial killer known as the Blissfield Butcher, who was previously thought only to be an urban legend. During his murder spree, he steals a dagger, El Dolo, from a collection of ancient artifact sand and keeps it in the teenager's house where the murders takes place. The next day, at school, Nyla and Josh, Millie's friends, convince her to join the homecoming as they know Millie hasn't lived for herself since her dad died. She always takes care of her mom, Paula, who suffers from alcoholism. After the three of them separate to classes, Millie suffers from bullying by Ryler and other kids. She gets late to Mr. Fletcher's class. While he's going to be hard on her about showing up late and presentation, all students receive the emergency alert of the brutally murdered of teenagers. That night, the night of Thursday the 12th, after Millie finished working as the high school mascot for the homecoming football game, she declines a ride home from Nyla and Josh and tells them that her mom will pick her up. Night comes and the high school crowd disperses. Millie is alone waiting. She calls her mom, but unbeknownst to her that mom is passed out on the couch after drinking. As she waits, she spots the Blissfield Butcher across the street. He begins to approach. Millie runs underneath the stands of the football stadium to hide, but he suddenly shows up right in front of her. Millie runs away, but the Blissfield Butcher catches her and stabs her in the left shoulder with the dagger, causing an identical wound to appear on his left shoulder as well. Fortunately, Charlene, Millie's sister who is a cop, arrives and shoots her gun in the air to scare off the Blissfield Butcher. The police keep the dagger as evidence. The next day, Friday the 13th, the Blissfield Butcher wakes up in the body of Millie in her bedroom. Meanwhile, Millie wakes up in the body of the Blissfield Butcher on a filthy mattress in an abandoned shack. In Millie's body, the Blissfield Butcher attempts to stab Charlene in the back with a kitchen knife but is intervened by their mom. In the Blissfield Butcher's body, Millie walks around the town, but she scares people whoever sees her. At Millie's house, the Blissfield Butcher decides to go to school in Millie's body to find more teenagers to kill. At school, everyone looks surprised to see Millie in her new looks. She walks past Nyla and Josh. When both comes to talk to her, Ryler interrupts the group and Millie tells them to buzz off. Millie leaves Nyla and Josh by surprise, but Ryler still follows her to hear more about what happened last night. Millie tells Ryler that she wants to talk in a private place. Ryler then takes Millie to a locker room, but her weird behavior makes Ryler get annoyed and excuses herself to use a restroom. In the bathroom, Ryler sees the Blissfield Butcher is showering, who actually is Millie in that body. Ryler runs out and tells the real Blissfield Butcher in Millie's body that she saw the killer inside and they need to run. The real Blissfield Butcher tells Ryler to hide, then he locks her in a cryotank and kills her. The real Millie finishes showering and sees something wrong around a cryotank. She opens the tank and finds Ryler's body freezing inside, then the body falls out and breaks into pieces. Millie finds Nyla and Josh, who recognize her as the Blissfield Butcher. They run away from her, but Millie in the Blissfield Butcher's body still chases after them to the kitchen in an attempt to explain her situation. After a scuffle in the kitchen between the three of them, Millie gets a chance to show the school mascot's dance routine and their friendship handshake. Nyla and Josh are surprised to see that. Both then start throwing some personal questions about Millie to the Blissfield Butcher. He answers each question correctly, proving to Nyla and Josh that she is Millie after all. Later, Josh looks for some information about the dagger and finds that there's a message written on it in Spanish. Nyla and Josh then go to their Spanish teacher and ask for help to translate the message. Nyla and Josh then realize that Millie has time till midnight to stab the Blissfield Butcher with El Dolo, or else the two bodies will be permanently switched. After getting to know what will be happening, the three best friends set out to find the real Blissfield Butcher in order to stop him from killing others. Meanwhile, the real Blissfield Butcher returns to Mr. Fletcher's classroom and tries to kill him. Mr. Fletcher fights back, but at the end he is stabbed at his neck by a screwdriver before the Blissfield Butcher cuts him in half on a table saw. At the school hallways, Millie, Nyla and Josh find the real Blissfield Butcher. When he sees them, he cries out for help that draws the attention of police officers and everyone in the school. The three of them escape in Josh's car. However, they are chased by Charlene, who is on duty. They escape to the discount bonanza store, where Millie's mom works. Millie in the Blissfield Butcher's body hides in a changing room. Nyla and Josh come back with an Aaron Rodgers mask for Millie to wear in order to avoid being recognized. As they leave the store, Josh discovers that the real Blissfield Butcher is at an arcade with a few members of the football team. Once Millie, Nyla, and Josh get there, Millie sees the real Blissfield Butcher and Booker are in a laser tag arena on a TV monitor. She rushes inside to save Booker. Millie in the Blissfield Butcher's body knocks the real Blissfield Butcher in her body down and punches Booker unconscious so that he won't call the cop. At Josh's house, the real Millie ties the Blissfield Butcher to a chair. After Booker wakes up, she and Nyla try to explain the situation to him, but he still doesn't believe in what they have said until Millie recites a love poem that she anonymously slipped into his locker a few weeks earlier. Later, the four of them start planning to obtain the dagger, El Dolo. Once Millie, Nyla, and Booker arrive at the police station, Nyla enters the police station and tricks Charlene, the only police officer at the station, to look for the Blissfield Butcher outside. While Charlene is outside, Nyla steals her keys to take out the dagger. At Josh's house, he is with the real Blissfield Butcher and waits for the other three friends to come back, but suddenly, his mom arrives home early and finds Millie tied up in their kitchen. Josh attempts to convince his mother that he is actually straight and this is just part of sexual role-playing. However, the real Blissfield Butcher in Millie's body slips out of the ropes that are tied around his wrists and chases Josh and his mom down the hallway with a kitchen knife. At the police station, Charlene catches Nyla stealing El Dolo. Meanwhile, the real Millie sees the Blissfield Butcher run into the police station. She then follows in after him. Once Charlene sees the Blissfield Butcher, who is actually the real Millie, she starts shooting at him. The real Blissfield Butcher gets a chance to escape in a police car and almost runs over Josh. Back inside the police station, Charlene attempts to put the real Millie, who she sees as the Blissfield Butcher, in a jail cell, but Millie overpowers her and apologetically locks her in the cell instead. Millie, Nyla, Josh, and Booker arrive at the homecoming party in search of the real Blissfield Butcher. Meanwhile, the real Blissfield Butcher, who is in Millie's body, lures one of the football players outside to kill, but there are two more football players waiting there. One of them offers her a bottle of liquor to drink, but she pours it out and uses the empty bottle to smash right into his face and stabs one of his friends to the neck before finishing the last one with a chainsaw. In the party, Millie, Nyla, Josh, and Booker are searching for the real Blissfield Butcher. Josh sees Phil, one of the football players, and asks if he sees Millie. Phil takes Josh outside, however, Josh doesn't see Millie there. While Phil fools Josh around, the real Blissfield Butcher uses a hook to kill Phil from the back and is going to hurt Josh. The real Millie, who is trapped in the Blissfield Butcher's body, finds Josh with the Blissfield Butcher. She asks Josh to step aside and confronts the killer herself. During the fight, the killer accidentally drops the dagger. The real Millie grabs it in hand and is about to stab him, but the police officer shows up and shoots at her as he sees her as the Blissfield Butcher. The real Blissfield Butcher gets a chance to run away. Millie, Nyla, Josh and Booker chase after him and catch him in the end. The real Millie uses the dagger to stab at him, then their bodies are switched back to the right bodies just in time as the police show up and gun the Blissfield Butcher down. While in an ambulance, the Blissfield Butcher removes his fingertip pulse oximeter to fake his death. At Millie's house, Millie discovers the back door open. She thinks Charlene forgot to lock the door, then she looks for her around the house. The Blissfield Butcher, who hides in the dark and comes out to attack Millie from the back. Charlene appears and orders him to freeze. She attempts to gun him down, but the Blissfield Butcher shows all the bullets he removed from her gun. Suddenly, their mom smashes a wine bottle into the Blissfield Butcher's head. He quickly overpowers all three women, punching Paula in the face, throwing Charlene into the TV, and headbutting Millie. At the end, Millie kicks the Blissfield Butcher in the balls and stabs him in the chest with a wooden post. Thank you for watching, but before leaving, please make sure that you click subscribe and turn on the notification so that you can enjoy watching more videos like this.